This has to be the most biased pick ever.
I hate it here.
I mean, they just got their ass handed to them.
I think I'm chasing the value on this game.
I like my takes how I like my woman. Hot and questionable.
I'm way better than Tyler.
What are you doing, Lewis?
I'm laying the points.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to a special Friday edition of Laying the Points. We're sorry we're a day late, but we won't be $1 short. We knew none of you were really eager to bet on this Washington Chicago game tonight. So we said, you know what? We're going to take a day. We're going to analyze some picks. We're going to let some more injuries get out in the air, get known, so we can be, better equipped to serve you guys well. And so with that being said, boys, how you doing this week? How you feeling?
Doing well, feeling better. Or feeling well, doing better.
There it is.
There you go.
I'm doing fantastic. Tyler, you look fantastic.
He honestly does. You got the game on in the background, nothing but a sin.
A little tired, but nothing to complain about.
Power through, babe. Power through.
Oh, yeah. Alec, can I talk about my two NHL futures real quick? I know Blue has a future.
We love the NHL.
NHL season just started. A future that I have is an unbiased future. The New York Rangers will win the Stanley Cup. It's an unbiased pick.
No shot.
Igor Shesterkin made the Lightning. The Lightning shut their mouths last night. 2 nights ago. Sorry. The whole team's back, better than ever. Zibanejad looks like a fucking beast. Panarin looks great. Chris Kreider looked great. The kids look great. I love the Rangers. And then another future I have, it's not really anything you can really bet. It's just my opinion, and my opinion matters. Connor McDavid will never win anything in his career. Him and Mike Trout, I put a jinx on you guys. You guys will never win anything in your career. They will be known as the two superstars in the Power Four sports to never win a single ring. I promise.
So your future bet is that you don't have a future bet
on the Oilers,
but rather an opinion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
Lewis.
I'm sure you were the one that cursed Sampacano and not the dog shit management of the Oilers and the Angels.
Does like an MVP count for Connor McDavid? Because
you're gonna get a few of those.
Listen, no, MVPs count. It's all about championships. This is my curse on them is they'll never win a championship. They'll win all the MVPs, break all the records. They'll never win anything.
Lou, before you give out your future, I just got to give a shout out to my Bruins. Everybody's out, and yet they still kick the shit out of the Capitals in the Capitol. So, I mean, that was a nice win on opening night.
Go Bruins. Fuck the Bruins.
Fuck you. How can you?
This is an Islanders podcast, or not a
you hate the
Islanders podcast.
Shut the fuck up.
My future. God, here we go.
Is this your future?
My NBA future, real quick.
Oh, NBA.
Yeah, I don't have NHL future, non-biased. New York Islanders Stanley Cup champions. But my non-biased, seriously non-biased NBA future, Luka Doncic plus 390 to win the MVP. I think it's his year. I just think it's his year. He does everything for that team. Hopefully they can be – I mean, they had a good run in the playoffs, actually. What am I talking about? They had a good run in the playoffs, so I think they could probably do it again.
I'm kind of mad because I'm very mad, actually, that I don't know. I guess I just hate the NBA so much. Didn't realize they started, which was, not ideal. Because
the regular season didn't start.
Did they not?
No,
okay.
Preseason.
See, what I tried to fucking look at, and it didn't specify. So I'm like, wait, are these guys already playing games and shit? Like, holy fuck! All right. Well, then in that case, what I was gonna say is I was mad because I couldn't, in good conscience, take some futures, but now I can do that because, as everybody knows from 2 years ago on the pod, I am the greatest of all time when it comes to taking NBA futures. I had the Bucks to win it all. I had the Suns as my sleeper. I had 6 different win totals that I think I was 5 of 6. It was electric. So I'm just a professional NBA futures handicapper, despite watching maybe 10 game. I watched 3 non-playoff games last year.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks will never win a game again. I will only watch the Knicks if Wembanyama is in a uniform. Only reason why I'll watch the team. But let's go into college football.
Yeah, who gives a shit about basketball?
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
basketball.
it.
You let's start with the look
get,
ahead.
Let's get Tyler's juices flowing. Tyler, you awake over there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
So you want my look ahead? That what
Yeah,
you want?
let's.
I want Tyler's look ahead.
We're gonna do our college football predictions, so who the top 4 are gonna be, and then we're gonna give a name or two that we like for the Heisman going forward.
All right, so I actually decided to do my whole top 10, but I'm just gonna say my top 4.
Well, you could say top 10 if you want to rattle off the others.
Yeah, I'll say them quickly then maybe. But at number 1, I'm keeping Georgia. They're not going to lose to Vanderbilt. They're not going to lose to Florida. And then they play 3 straight ranked teams. So, they can take an L there. I don't think they're going to. I think they got their ugly games by them. They started the year not giving up any points and scoring a lot. Then they just went 3 straight of iffy. I assume and predict that they're going to just get right back to dominance. And then when it comes down to playing Bama in the not the national championship, the SEC championship, Bama just they haven't been crazy healthy, but they don't have any of the big name playmakers like they've had in the past. Unless I'm just included.
They haven't.
They don't have the 4 receivers where you're holy crap, all 4 of them are first round picks.
Yeah.
They don't have the one running back where you're holy crap,
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
He's been going off, but he also had 2 75-yard runs the other day. You take away both of those 75-yard runs, he's been a really good, but he hasn't been what Najee Harris was or what those past couple guys have been when they were at Bama. That's how I look at it, at least. So it looks like they just don't have the playmakers, it seems like. And obviously these last 2 weeks you can't give a fair assessment on them because they haven't had their quarterback. But they don't look amazing. Number 2 is Ohio State. I don't see them losing a game. Their offense is too powerful. They're going to beat Iowa. That score is going to be a lot to a little. Then they go to Penn State, and those are usually the close games when they're at Penn State, but I think they're going to win that one. Northwestern, Indiana, Maryland, easy, and then they're home against Michigan State, so that is not even a question. If they're at Michigan, sorry. If they were at Michigan, I would have been maybe not. So I think the only question mark is Penn State, but they always end up winning that game, so it's no big deal. So Ohio State's number 2. Number 3, we're going to go USC.
Fight on.
We're going them 3 because same thing. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, it's high, but you beat a rank. This is all assuming they win out. So this is my prediction is that they win out. So you're beating a ranked Utah, a ranked UCLA, and then that means you then have to go play either a ranked UCLA, Oregon, Utah again. So that will be 3 straight ranked wins, and then an undefeated season. And then I'm putting Bama at 4. But the thing is with Bama at 4 is that I think if they get in, they won't be 4 because I don't think the committee's going to want them to play Georgia unless it's in the national championship.
True.
So that's where it's tough. But I think Bama could take it out.
Well, yeah, because they have to play Georgia at the end of the year.
They have to play Georgia no matter what in the SEC championship. So they're going to take an out, in my opinion. If they take an out, they're no longer 1 or 2. They're either going to be 3 or 4 or less. And if they get in, it's just like I said, I just don't think the committee is going to have them play Georgia unless it's a national championship game. It wouldn't make sense. But like I said, if I guess this can go into my picks later. If Bryce Young doesn't play this week, their backup, the dude looks like Derrick Henry low key, and he could run, but he doesn't look good. At all.
He actually cannot throw the ball. I think
what's his name again?
Jalen Milrose.
I haven't done enough research to know if Bryce Young's playing. He probably is. But if he's not playing this week, I don't think they're gonna win.
I think
I saw yesterday that he was fading towards playing, but I also saw this morning that it's gonna be a game time decision like last week. Like he's gonna put the pads on, he's gonna throw during warm-ups, and then it's gonna go more of like, all right, can you play like right before they step on the field?
Mhm.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's what's tough. But so then, you know what? I'll do Georgia, Ohio State, USC is my 3 in. Then my 4 through I'll say like 7 will be Bama, Clemson, Oklahoma State, Tennessee are like my 4 through 7. Where I guess if something crazy happens, that's where those 4 spots will be moved. You know. I actually really like this is the last thing I'm going to say on this. And I just think because a lot of people don't like pay attention to this team, but Oklahoma State like doesn't lose games. You know,
Agreed.
they're 6-0 already. They only have 1 ranked win, but they did play Texas Tech, who's a solid team. They played TCU, Texas, Kansas State, Kansas, 4 straight weeks, 4 straight ranked opponents. If they somehow come out 4-0, you're telling me that's 5 ranked wins in a matter of 6 weeks. Like that could easily push them into a top spot if
It's the same scenario as last year for them, more or less.
Yeah, like they win games, you know? They really do. Like just like last year, they were a top 7 team last year. They just win games.
The same thing as last year.
So I'll say that's my sleeper pick. I won't consider USC a sleeper pick, even though they're 7 right now. I just think that, like, how could they be a sleeper pick? You know what I mean? So I think Oklahoma State will be my sleeper sneak in, as they call it. And then when it comes to Heisman, I'll say Stroud, I guess. What do you have? 4 incompletions last week and 5 touchdown passes.
He loves playing Michigan State. Like it's a free game for him every year.
He had 4 incompletions, 5 touchdown passes. One of the incompletions was a pick 6 though. So I'm gonna say he's still. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Wait, what?
I thought it was like 6 touchdowns. I don't know. I thought
it was either
it was
5 incompletions, 6 touchdowns, whatever it was. Or it was 4 or 5. Whatever it was, he had more touchdowns than incompletions, and one of his incompletions was a pick 6 though. So you can almost consider that a completion.
It is a completion to the other team.
Yeah. So, I'll keep him. I'll keep him as the Heisman.
All right, I guess I'll hop into mine just because I have very similar rankings to you. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Bama. Number 4, USC. Obviously, the biggest question mark here is USC versus Clemson, because right now Clemson's at that 4 spot and USC's at 7. But I think looking at Clemson has already played their toughest games when they played Wake Forest. They played NC State last week. They won those games, which is good. But going ahead, they played Notre Dame, and then they play Cuse, who will probably still be ranked, and I think it's UNC right now they'd play for the ACC championship. So whereas USC, they play Utah this week at Utah. They play at a ranked UCLA. Then they play at home versus the same Notre Dame team that Clemson gets to play. And then they either play Oregon or UCLA for the Pac-12 championship. I think that's a much higher quality strength of schedule going forward. And so where they're already at 4 versus 7, everybody's all, the whole point of expanding the college football playoff has been we want to get the Pac-12 in here. We want to get all these other conferences some recognition. So I think this is the year that they're going to give it to the USC of the world over Clemson, who we've seen all the time, and they're nothing new. Again, Heisman, I think Bryce Young will take it if they beat Georgia. And if he plays this week, he just continues to do Bryce Young things. But if they lose to Georgia, which is what I think will happen, which is why I have them at 3, Georgia at 1, I think Stroud takes it. A dark horse I do like is Will Rogers, Mississippi State QB. He has been on fire this year. What holds them back is they have to play Georgia and Bama. So I think, they're going to lose those 2 games. And even if he balls out, you're not going to give it to this guy on like an unranked 2-loss team. But if for whatever reason some magic happens, he puts together like some unbelievable games. He's already number 1 in yards right now, number 2 in touchdowns to Stroud. Like, it wouldn't be like inconceivable for him to be in the in the running for it as a nice little long shot.
I like that sleeper.
He's plus 10,000.
Yeah, he's a nice little long shot, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's a good sleeper. But Kano's sleeper would have been Caleb Williams, who has his second best odds.
That's not my sleeper. I'll have my sleeper. I'm gonna go into it now.
You know how Bacano works. His sleeper is just his second favorite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into
Stroud, it's a sleeper.
I'm gonna go into my picks now. Similar to you guys, to Alec and Tyler, I do have the top 3 of Ohio State, Bama, Georgia. I have Ohio State at 1, Bama at 2, Georgia at 3. I personally believe Bama and Georgia play each other again, like after they played each other in the SEC championship. I think they just go right ahead and they go, hey, go play again. And then at number 4, I have 3 teams. I got USC, who I personally believe is the next team to get in. I got Clemson, who is playing with heavy hearts. They look a lot better than they did. Oh my God,
dude.
The heavy hearts, dude. Fuck.
I hate that you keep saying that.
I do. I'm going to keep saying it.
The announcers say it too, so.
And now my number 3 team is my team, and I think Texas can get in. Now you're going to say to yourself, how in God's name can Texas get in with 2 losses? Well, let me answer you that. They technically only have 1 loss.
Nope, they have 2.
They have 1 loss. They have 1 loss, and it's to Texas Tech.
Nope.
If they win out, which they probably will, and win the Big 12, you have to consider them for number 4 because USC is probably going to take a loss in either the Pac-12 championship or during the regular season. Clemson has absolutely 0 strength of schedule, and going into my picks for this week, I'll explain later. Michigan's done for. They're going to have 2 losses, and they're going to be done for. So, where does that leave you at the 4th pick? Technically, my logic will technically leave you at USC and Texas. I think that Texas would have the upper hand on USC because of the fact of strength of schedule, opponent, and quality wins. They beat Oklahoma 49-0 last week.
Oklahoma's dog shit. They're awful. They're so
They
fucking
beat them
bad.
49-0. Like, that is a quality win.
No.
Quality win. Now going into my
that's where you're wrong. It's not a quality win because Oklahoma's running.
Yes, it is.
They were running their running back was playing quarterback the whole second half.
It doesn't matter personnel, Tyler. It's quality.
No, because you don't look at the score. You have to look at what happened to make it quality.
You need to look at the opponent. It's Oklahoma. It's the Red River rivalry. That's what it is. It is a quality win.
No, it's not.
Totally unbiased.
Starting quarterback. There was 5 different players attempted a pass. The leading player went 6 for 12, 38 yards with an interception. It's not a quality win.
It's a quality win. It's an unbiased pick. Going into my Heisman.
It's not a quality win.
It is a quality win. Going into my Heisman.
2 of the attempted passes were by running backs.
Both
with 5 or more carries.
Going into my Heisman. Caleb Williams is my favorite. I know I had a future bet on Will Anderson to win it all. Caleb Williams will probably win. He looks really good. My sleeper, unbiased.
Unbiased.
When he's on the field,
Ewers.
When he's on the field, he's a Heisman. Look what he did versus Bama, and then look what he did last week, coming off whatever AC sprain, whatever that shoulder injury was he had. 49-0 quality win. Quinn Ewers sleeper. Bijan Robinson also a sleeper, but my true sleeper would have been Jalen Daniels of Kansas if he did not get hurt. Lewis, on to you.
Who's Jalen Daniels? He's the quarterback?
Yeah, he's the quarterback of Kansas.
He's hurt?
Yeah, he fucked up a shoulder or something.
You're fine. You're fine that he's hurt, Lou, because their backup's filthy.
I was going to say, was he any good and how's the backup?
Bro, the backup's the reason. The backup's the reason why Kansas made it a game last week.
Huh.
Yeah.
I had no
The
idea.
backup
I had
came in
no
played
idea the guy
better.
got
The
hurt.
backup came in. The backup
they
came in
covered
through
last week.
300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Last week. Beautiful. And they hit that over, right? Or no?
No, the spread was 7. The game ended 38-31. Over under was 69 or 70, and it ended at 69.
Oh, and then they pushed the
So
spread.
that you either push both or you lose both. Matters what the line you got. Or you win.
Jalen
Right.
Daniels would have been my my sleeper,
Sleeper.
but he's done.
So
for
I
the year.
think for myself, I have some unfortunate news because my top 4 is exactly the same as Picano's top 4. Ohio
was that
State,
unfortunate?
Bama, Georgia, USC. I don't know. It doesn't make me feel confident about
Fuck, now I want to like change something up. This was such a boring segment. We all
But-
fucking said the same shit.
it. But yeah, no. To me, there's not really like sure you could put Georgia, Bama.
That's what I'm saying.
You can mix them
Yeah.
up any way you want.
It's
Or
just
It's
like-
going to be the
you
same
could-
4 like it is every year.
It's
you know?
Ohio State, Bama, Georgia. Add your 4th team. Whoever you think the 4th best team is. I'm on. Like again, I agree with Picano. I don't like Michigan that much. I don't think their quarterback is all that good. They played nobody, really too tough of an opponent. Clemson, they don't blow me away either. USC's offense just is good enough to compete with anybody in the country. So that's what makes them the 4th best team in my opinion. Heisman, gonna say C.J. Stroud as well. He's a prohibited favorite right now. Prohibitive favorite, I should say. Like minus 140. Everybody else is like plus 800 or more.
Would you consider Caleb Williams your sleeper?
If I had to choose one, yeah. Who or the Tennessee's quarterback? I like what Tyler was saying. If they could beat Bama this week, he's probably in the conversation for sure.
Well, actually, it's not that bad. I thought it was worse. They play Kentucky and Georgia after this, though, which is
Tennessee.
They get UT
Yeah.
Martin next week after Bama, and then they play Kentucky at home, and they play at Georgia.
They're gonna lose
Jeez.
one of those games. I think they lose both, but that's just me.
Yeah.
People think if they're gonna beat Georgia or Bama, they're gonna beat Bama. I mean, you're going against fucking a 2-headed dragon that just broke off, so they'll
Yeah,
probably get their ass kicked.
Yeah, and that's my top 4 in my Heisman. Not too much to say that you guys didn't say already. But I guess I'll hop into my college football picks for this week. And I'm going to start it off with one team that's been near and dear to my heart this year, the Kansas Jayhawks. +9 against Oklahoma. I mean, the Oklahoma, we just lost 49-0 to Texas, and who got embarrassed the week before that and the week before that. Kansas is about to get some respect on their name after they win this game outright as a 9-point dog.
Rock chalk.
Rock chalk. Moving on, I'm going to go with Penn State +7. I don't know if they can win this game, but I think they keep it close. Their defense is pretty good. I hate their quarterback still, that kid Clifford, whatever the fuck his name is. Hate that guy. But I don't know. I feel like they keep this close. And I don't like Michigan either, so give me Penn State. This line makes absolutely no – is Arkansas's like whole team injured or something? Because
I think KJ is still questionable, but
yeah.
I mean, he almost played last week, so
I don't get why they're a pick 'em against BYU. I know they're on the road, but that's just SEC versus non-SEC. I've watched BYU, Tyler. We watched them together this year. They're not very good in my the games I saw them, and I don't picture them getting much better against the team from the SEC. So, yeah, give me the Hogs money line. And then we're going to go outside of the box here. Who are they playing? Oh, yeah. Notre Dame is playing the Stanford Cardinal +17.
+17.
Is Notre Dame better? Are they 17 points better than anybody on the planet right now?
No.
No.
Stanford's
I don't think
+17. I was going to say Notre
Yes,
Dame's
yes.
+17.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
Notre Dame. Yeah, Notre Dame's given the 17, but I
Did
don't know. I
almost
like
lose
Stanford
last
here.
week to BYU? Notre Dame? Did they almost
I think
lose
that was
last
an
week?
upset, wasn't it?
Yeah, they won. They won by a touchdown. They were. They
And
were.
that was
dog-
considered
they were,
an upset.
They were a favorite.
Oh,
Were they?
never mind.
I thought
I did
BYU
almost-
was like almost ranked last week.
I did see they almost won. They almost lost that game. Sorry.
But Stanford played a close game, I believe, or beat. Didn't they just play somebody good, like Oregon State or something, or somebody at least decent?
Well, they played USC pretty tight. I don't remember what
was a few
other
weeks
team
ago.
they played tight, but a few weeks ago they did play USC very tight.
Yeah, so I'm
that
gonna
was
take the
An-
Cardinal.
Yeah, that was the Andrew Luck game.
I'm gonna take the Cardinal. Can you see me?
No,
No.
we lost you.
Fuck, hell that.
Jesus. BYU was ranked last
I
week.
just got. Oh, there you go. So
There's
yeah,
no
maybe
way they were dogs.
Yeah, no, they were dogs. I peeped it before.
Notre Dame
was
3.5.
Yeah, 3. Yep. Outside the box idea here. You could probably teaser all of these teams and get Kansas plus at like 24, PSU plus at like 20 or more, Arkansas plus whatever you want, Stanford plus 30. I mean, you could probably do that and just win. Just something to
Sweetheart
think
teaser
about.
though. Those are
Just
always scary.
yeah. You add like 13 points onto them. I mean, you're just hoping the team doesn't get absolutely demolished, and you should be all right. So, but I don't know. What do I know? But those are my picks. Let's go.
I like those, Lou. Go. I'm gonna hop right in because two of those picks were actually the same. I took Penn State. We are. I do not like Michigan at all. Harbaugh, he's gonna lose. I think this is the game he's gonna lose, and then he's gonna lose to Ohio State. So, are they at home? No, they're not at home. Sorry, they're at Michigan. They're at Michigan
in Michigan
Ann
in
Arbor.
the big house.
At Ann Arbor, at Michigan.
Is this the big house or somewhere else? The big house.
Yeah.
No, that
Michigan's
that
the
is
big house.
that is the big house.
The big house.
The
Yeah.
biggest house in all of houses.
Well, so they're gonna lose that game. Michigan, Penn State. We are +7. Fade me or ride me. That's my fade or ride me pick of the week. Next pick is Kansas. Enough said. Luke kind of took all the words out of my mouth. Oklahoma fucking sucks, but it's a quality win for Texas. The next one is USC versus Utah. How in God's name is USC plus 3.5? How are they an underdog? How?
I think defense questions, but that's about it. I don't understand it much.
I know USC cannot stop the ball for anything, but I think that
Wait, we're getting USC as a dog here?
Yeah.
yes.
3.5.
3.5.
Plus 3.5.
Yes.
I'll add that as well.
Yeah.
We are agreeing on everything. This is either the best thing of all time
or it's horrible.
things are gonna go way south.
Yeah, way south. But yeah, I don't understand it. They're arguably one of the best teams in the country, and Utah lost to Florida, who doesn't have a quarterback that can throw the ball. Give me USC. I really like that pick a lot. Finally, when it comes to my main picks, not to what I sprinkle, I have to take Alabama this week, and I think the whole country has to take Alabama this week. Alec, I know you're taking them. I'm not going to shine your light on, take the spotlight from you, but I know I was a moron last week, and I just absolutely faded the Rocky Top Volunteers, and I know the Tigers got absolutely shit pumped. But
It's not close.
I just don't think there's a world where they don't win this game. I know last week Bama literally came down to the last second on a terrible play call by Jimbo Fisher for them to win that game at home. But listen, Bama doesn't lose games to former coaches, former assistants. Hayden Hooker, he's a fraud. He's a fraud of beyond frauds. Jalen Milroe cannot throw the ball, but Dan, that boy can run. Jahmyr Gibbs can run. Just run the shit out of the ball. That's all I'm going to say. Just run the fucking ball. And they will win that game. Rocky Top. Mountain is a Rocky Top. The Rocky Mountain will die. on Saturday. I hate Tennessee with a burning fucking passion. I absolutely hate them. Not because of what they did to me last week, but what they did to me weeks prior. I hate Tennessee. I hate Tennessee. To my sprinkles, TCU has the 4th best quarterback in the country in Duggan. They're going to win that game -4. And finally, Syracuse, NC State. Syracuse should not be playing football. That school sucks. It's too cold, and they play inside. That should not be happening. They should not be favorite to NC State. Give me the Wolfpack.
Jesus.
On
Well
to whoever's
done.
next.
Well done. Well done.
I'll hop in. You did allude to I think a lot of mine have been touched on. But you
Can you
did
do that one more time?
What? The Wolfpack?
Nice.
Well, yeah, you did allude to one of mine. I'm taking Bama -7. 84% of the bets and 78% of the money is on Tennessee this week. How can you fade Nick Saban that hard?
Doesn't make sense. It just
doesn't.
doesn't make sense to me. Like, I understand Tennessee is the highest ranked that they've been, and they got this kid who they're saying is probably going to win the Heisman if he wins this week. But you got to think about it too. Not to take your spotlight away from you, Alex, but like this kid, if he beats Alabama, yeah, like cool, you're going to be in a Heisman favorite. You still got to play Georgia in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not done with the fight. You still have to play another. You still got to play arguably the second best team or first best team in the country. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand this argument that this guy's going to win the Heisman if he wins this game.
They're gonna come out. They're gonna get rocked this game. They're gonna lie down like a sick puppy when they play Georgia. Maybe they'll beat up on some garbage team next week. They get like one.
It's probably like Sam Houston.
It was one of the It wasn't UTSA, but it was like a UTSA type school. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Unless they're playing Georgia or Ohio State, if you're getting only a touchdown from Bama, that's free money. You got to take Nick Saban to cover a touchdown. That's like, come on. It makes sense. My second pick, I alluded to it earlier. Mississippi State -4 in Kentucky. Kentucky, they're on the spiral. It's over for them. They had a good run. Will Rogers is a certified baller, and he will continue to be a certified baller. -4, Mississippi State will continue to roll, and maybe Will Rogers drop 6 touchdowns, 5 incompletions this week. Who knows? That'd be nice. Third pick, Clemson -3.5 at FSU. FSU blows. Clemson wants to make the playoff. That's it. They're going to cover the 3.5 if they want to make the fucking playoff. It's just you have to do it. Good teams, they win those games. They have to. It will happen. My last main pick is the Arkansas money line riding with Luis against BYU. KJ should be back. He'll be back with a vengeance. Arkansas was a very good team to start the year. They went into their 3-game spiral after the A&M game. BYU was fraudulent without resident MILF hunter Zach Wilson. And so hopefully Arkansas can redeem us from the last time that we had a squad ride on Arkansas against A&M. 3 games I'm going to sprinkle. First one, I'm taking -9 Oklahoma. It makes no sense why they're -9 after getting rocked 49-0 last week. All the money is on Kansas. But as Tyler said earlier in the year, if the line makes no sense, you just have to trust it. The Sharps trust it. The Sharp money is on Oklahoma. I'm not going to question it.
Put some respect on Kansas' name.
Boomer Sooner, Lou. Boomer Sooner.
Are you going to consider that a quality win if they win that game?
If they beat Kansas?
Hey, if they beat Kansas, who was on game day, are we going to consider that a quality win?
Yeah, that's
might as well just put. Hey, you know what? If Oklahoma wins that game, might as well put them in the playoff. Here you go,
sure, dude.
Here you go, Oklahoma. Get in the playoff. That's quality.
Anyway, next game.
Bacano, you mix everything up there.
It's all right.
If Kansas wins, are we going to consider it quality? If Oklahoma wins, no shit, it's quality. It's against a ranked opponent.
It's not quality.
You're getting angry and you mixed up everything. If
It's all right.
Kansas wins, that's what you were supposed to say. If Kansas wins.
Sorry, I got angry. I got angry just because you don't think that Texas win last week.
Well,
was
is
quality.
the Kansas win as a +9 dog? I mean, that's pretty fucking quality.
Thank you, Lou. That's the same situation as last week. That is a quality win.
No, because
But Texas was favored by a touchdown.
I understand, but it's a rivalry game.
I see what you're saying with the rivalry game. Yes, that's a good win to have under your belt.
Texas got their QB back though. Kansas lost theirs. That's why they're +9. Anyway,
yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, if I played for Oklahoma last week and the final score was 49-0, would you consider that a quality win? You'd be like, no, because Tyler played quarterback. You would say no. That's what happened last week. The guy had 38 yards. I could check down for 38 yards, period.
It's true. A lot of people could. I think most people could.
You guys are just not a part of the Hook'em Nation, baby.
No.
I'm in a Facebook group now.
Oh, God.
At me.
Jesus. All right. 2 more games I like for a sprinkle. First one is the nation's newest FBS team, James Madison. Finally ranked in their first year as an FBS team. They're undefeated, number 25. They are the number 1 team in college football against the spread, 6-0. The 6-0 team, 6-0 against the spread. We love that. They're only 12-point favorites against a 3-3 fucking dog shit team. Sure. Well, we'll take James Madison. Last game, Coastal Carolina, -12 versus Old Dominion. Coastal Carolina's dogs. They're going to cover. And yeah, that's my slate. So, Tyler, what you got for us?
All right, I'm gonna go through college and NFL as fast as I can because a lot of repeating picks or a lot of repeating games, so I don't need to talk too much. So originally I had Kansas +9. It seems like now 3 or 4 are on that. So it makes me feel like I don't want to play it, but I'm still going to play it
because Alex is on Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm on Oklahoma.
Alex, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 3 of the 4 are on Kansas. Me, you, and Bacana.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, but again, quarterback or no quarterback, their defense sucks, and Kansas is we've taken them all year, or not me specifically, but someone on the pod has taken them all year, so we're going to stay taking them all year. 2, I originally had Penn State +7, and then again, Lou and Bacana are on it. So I'm not going to play that anymore. Officially not playing anymore. But I will be playing the under 51 because both teams have defenses and both teams don't score very well. The under 51 is a play. The Penn State +7, I'll call it the. Everyone's using the term sprinkle. I'm not really sprinkling it at all, just because everyone is on it. But whatever, we'll call it sprinkle. Mississippi State, Kentucky under 49. I'm reversing the script, as no one's noticed. I'm taking unders, no overs. I'm taking the under 49 in that game too. It's oddly enough that both of these teams actually kind of do play decent defense. And Kentucky, like Alec was saying, is kind of in a whirlwind right now. So I kind of think it's going to be like a 30, like in the mid 30s to like low
40s,
mid 30s to low teens type game. Cashing the under 49. Tennessee +7, no matter what. I don't care if Bryce plays or who doesn't play. I'm writing Tennessee +7. I'm not going to go into that one. Oklahoma State +4. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they've covered against 10 straight opponents. They're a team that just wins. I know TCU is good, but TCU is another one of those like mad hyped up right now trains, and like they're just playing high scoring games and just like outscoring opponents. So maybe Oklahoma State will stick with them and make it stop, but I'm playing Oklahoma State +4. I like that specifically because Bacano's on TCU. Another game because Bacano's on a team, and it's a classic revenge spot for me. I'm playing Utah -3. It's a classic revenge. I rode Utah -3 last week. They don't win, and now they're -3 again at home. Classic revenge spot.
Classic double down.
Yeah, so I'm writing that, and because Bacano's all over USC, and because we all like USC. So you know what? I think either they lose this game or they lose, and that was an update I wanted to bring. I've officially taken USC out of my top 4. I think they lose this game or they lose to UCLA, who has a Heisman long shot, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Two last names.
ETR.
Yeah,
ETR.
think about that one. So that was an
Yeah.
official thing. And then I'm going Clemson -3 as well because I think it's the same thing. You got to win out and you got to win by a lot if you want to convince anyone to be a top 4 team. So they got to win out, so they're going to win the game, and then they need to win by a lot, so they'll cover the 3. So I have 8 plays, which is a lot of plays, but
So you went from the
That's awesome.
quality overs to the quantity unders, or
quantity
overs
overs to quality
unders, and
Exactly.
then some nice little sprinkles.
What I see in all of your picks is that you faded me as much as possible.
yeah, because off air you said you had a bad week last week, and I said, "Do you ever have a good week?" And you said no. So
It's fair. It's fair.
So that's why. Okay, now I'm going straight to the NFL. I'm going my first game. I actually see on the sheet Alec has the same game, and I agree with everything. It's going to be Green Bay -7.
Oh,
They just got
I thought you were
embarrassed.
going to homer this one.
No, so I've hit the Jets money line on back-to-back weeks, but this again is a huge letdown spot for the Jets here against a team that is desperate for a big win. And that's all you really need to say. It's a huge letdown spot for a team that's desperate for a win. And don't
Didn't
get me
have it
wrong,
as a pick, but I love the Packers as well.
yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm going to be rooting for the Jets. I would rather the Jets win than Green Bay cover 7, but I don't think it's going to happen. Second pick, we're going Falcons +5.5. It's about time someone rides the fact that they've covered every spread.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why I'm taking them, for no other reason.
Also, West Coast team playing at 1. We love
That
those
was
games.
that was my reasoning on
that.
top of the fact of
I'm going to take the Bengals money line over the Saints. I think the Bengals right now have proved to just be like a solid 500 team. So if they're going to be a solid 500 team, they have to step 1 be 500. So that means they have to win this week. So I'm taking them there.
I like the over in this game. Over.
I think the over in that game is probably good too. And then before I say this, I want to see if Alec has this play, because if you do, I'm not going to say it because I'd rather you talk about it, and you don't have it. All right, my fourth play is Panthers, whatever their spread is. Everyone knows when the coach gets fired in the NFL, you take them.
Oh,
Alec,
they're 10.5 point dogs
didn't.
to fucking the
10.5 point
Rams.
dogs. They're gonna expose that Rams team. That high key isn't good. High key isn't.
High key sucks. High key sucks.
Yeah, and then my last play is Bills Chiefs. We're going to the overs club. Every time they play, the points are in the 60s. So it's like, why wouldn't I? I'm gonna just go to the overs club.
I'm taking the Panthers next week when I'm at the game. So, boom.
Fuck, I'm disappointed as hell. I took it in one of my leagues where I picking against the spread leagues for all the games. I was like, oh yeah, they just fired their coach, 10.5 point dogs. They're gonna cover. Everybody knows. And then, fuck, I didn't think to make it my pick. But for my NFL picks, I only got 3 this week. I had a few more I was considering, but I don't love the slate this week. So, I just went with three that I'm very confident in. First one, Tyler mentioned it, Green Bay. I'm going to buy them down to 6.5. I think they're 7.5 favorites right now against the Jets. They got to come out, punch somebody in the mouth. The Jets are riding high off 2 wins. There was a report last weekend where Breece Hall, he came out and he was like, he said he and the rookies got together as they were like kicking the shit out of Miami last week they played. And the rookies came together like, bro, we are so good. All right, Breece, just settle the fuck down here for just 1 second. You played the Dolphins, who had an undrafted rookie on the field as their 3rd-string quarterback because Tua had already gotten his shit rocked, and then Teddy B got his shit rocked. So now they got to trot out fucking Skylar Thompson, who nobody's ever heard of because he's bad. He didn't get fucking drafted. There's 7 rounds of the draft, at least 32 picks in every round. You couldn't fucking be one of them. Like, come on.
Skylar Thompson, decent quarterback at Kansas State.
Decent at Kansas State. He wasn't good at Kansas State. So, I don't know. I think the Jets run ends here. It's a classic zigzag game. I'm taking Green Bay. Second game, I'm taking Minnesota -3. We're seeing Skylar Thompson again, allegedly. They're saying Teddy B's not going to be ready. 3-point favorites for Minnesota. I think they're getting a little bit of a discount because they almost blew the game to the fucking Bears last weekend. The Bears suck. But, I mean, it's just they came out so strong in the first half. They showed you that they can be dominant, and they're 3-point favorites. I don't care if it's in Miami. I don't like even if Teddy B plays. I don't care. Minnesota -3 should be a lock. Last pick, unbiased pick because I hate this team, but I love them. It is the Patriots money line in Cleveland. I think right now the line is Cleveland -2.5. They're a good team, Cleveland. They are they have pieces there. They're good, but they are a quarterback away right now with Jacoby Brissett at the helm. He is prone to making mistakes. Some really bad interceptions that have costed the Browns. And who better to expose a feeble quarterback like Jacoby Brissett than Bill Belichick? And this Patriots D has been honestly surprising, at least to me. I think Jonathan Jones and Jack Jones are both top 5 in PFF grades at cornerback. The Jones squared will be Jones cubed when Mac Jones is back. But hey, Bailey Zappi I'm not gonna come out here and say he's the second coming of Christ. He's not Tom Brady. He is a solid fill-in. Always should have been the choice over Hoyer, and he's good enough to win this game. Nick Chubb is the only reason that I think the Browns are favored right now. And honestly, Ramondre Stevens is better. Fuck you, Nick Chubb.
Whatever your name is, Alex. Sorry. To build off that a little bit, 2 things. We knew the Patriots were going to kick. 3 things. We knew the Patriots were going to kick the shit out of the Lions last week. That was obvious. That was obvious. I mean, they put up it was 30-0. You don't see that a lot in the NFL. 30 zip, good God, Detroit. The second thing I wanted to say about the Patriots, I was watching ESPN this morning. And I can't remember who it was, but somebody was asked who the most dangerous team is in the AFC outside of the Bills and the Chiefs. And this man said with a straight face, the Patriots.
Who said
it's
that?
Bill Belichick.
Somebody on ESPN this morning.
I don't blame them for saying
now,
that.
ESPN is not especially from the clip I sent yesterday, what that lady said about the Giants. I'm not going to get into it.
Dumb.
But they are not the end all be all when it comes to predictions and whatever. But I don't know. There's something about this Patriots team. They run the ball really well. I don't want to say they have good weapons because they don't. But
solid weapons all around.
Jacoby Myers is pretty solid. Stevenson is solid. Now it's his backfield since Harris is hurt, which is good news for my fantasy team. Shout out to Damian Harris. Don't get well too soon, but be okay when you come back. I forgot what the third point. I don't know. I just wanted to say I think the Patriots. I kind of like them here too. I didn't have them in my picks, but I think they could beat. I think they could beat the Browns for sure. I mean, the Chargers were actively trying to lose that game last week, and the Browns going to get it done.
Staley is such a moron.
What
Yeah.
the hell was it that they went for it on 4th down at their own?
That guy has rocks in his
minute left.
That guy has rocks in his brains, Brandon said. He doesn't have a brain. He just has rocks in his head.
I don't know who's worse, him or
fourth down. Fuck you and just punt the ball. What are you
I don't know who's worse, him or Hackett.
I think him, just because
Hackett is worse.
I don't know. Fucking Staley's been bad. He was bad last year too. That team didn't make the fucking playoffs. Hackett would have
kicked it from the 60.
That's all right. I honestly would have rather that than fucking what they did. They ran all over the Browns and they didn't give the ball to Eckler on a 4th and 1. If you're gonna go for it, why not do that? That was just a highly questionable play call, and I will never probably.
That guy is getting fired this year for Sean Payton if he doesn't make the playoffs. I'm just 100%. saying. I'm just saying that he's getting fired this year for Sean Payton. He's going to go be the new coach of the Chargers. That's probably already written down somewhere in a book, in a fucking book. I guess I should I'll hop in. I also like the Packers, Tyler. I think they're pissed off after yet again the New York Giants win a football game against, this time a pretty good opponent. Back-to-back MVP Aaron Rodgers. Time to put a little bit of respect on the Giants' name. But going back to the Packers, They're going to be pissed off. They're probably going to pick off Zach Wilson at least twice. I think this is a route, probably 14, 20 points all day, Packers all day long. This is in Green Bay, no?
You know what's kind of interesting is that last week when you were saying how to take the Giants, you're like, the Packers can't stop the run. And the Jets have established over these past few weeks that they could run the ball.
They have a three-headed monster.
Hopefully they could do that again. I'm rooting against all NFC teams now because my Giants are mathematically not eliminated in September anymore. It's something new.
It's
but
not over.
Now I have to watch the seeding, and it has to start now in week 6. It has to start now because all these games, they matter. So I'm gonna say let's go Jets, but at the same time, I think the Packers kill them. Something for the Thursday night game tonight. I know everybody who watches, everybody, whoever you are, but I do like the Commies money line tonight.
No shot.
I think they beat the Bears here, not like handily because the Commanders have their own issues, but I think they get the job done on the road. Ron Rivera against a rookie head coach and a not so good offense. At least they can play a little bit of defense, the Commanders, so I'm going to ride with them. Let's get into the better picks of the week because this is where it gets good.
Real quick, you saw what Rivera said, right?
About the quarterback?
Yeah, the fucking only thing holding them back from the rest of the NFC East.
Say what you want. Like Carson, I'm not a huge Carson Wentz guy. I honestly was when he was on Philly when he was going for his MVP. I'm like, all right, this guy's actually pretty good. He sucks.
Yeah, he's bad.
But I don't think he's been the reason why they're not like good. I just don't think they're that good. Like, what do you want the guy? He's not fucking Patrick Mahomes. Like,
when the other teams in the division are trotting out Daniel Jones and fucking Cooper Rush, like, how can you say the quarterback is what's holding you back?
Right.
Like,
I agree.
Quarterback.
It's way more than that. It's probably someone Rivera too, because they have a lot of talent for a 1-4 team.
Yeah, it's not like Carson Wentz has like a shitload of touchdowns this year.
Yeah, he's literally like he's not balling, but like he's not, he's not throwing for one touchdown a week anyway. I
think Ron's the next QB or next coach that's fired. Now that rules.
Who wants to coach the Commanders with all the nonsense they got going on with the owner, with the team name, with the guy getting shot? I mean, Jesus Christ. I'd be like, all right, just fucking fire me already. Like, I can't take this.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, no. I mean, more power to him. More power to him. Let's get into these are my 3, I think, better picks of the weekend. I don't know how I'm not going to take the Giants this week or how anybody's not. Doesn't make any sense that they keep winning games. Not really. Not really to me. It really, like, when they were down 17-3, I said, oh, game's over. Packers might put up 40 right here. Not to be. These are not the same old Giants. I tried to tell you guys. These are different Giants. Giants.
I mean, they think Green Bay, but not a whole lot of other teams that they play.
My point here is this team last year with Joe Judge, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, with Pat Shurmur, they might be 1-4, or 0-5 if they couldn't beat the Panthers. I digress. I like the Giants +6. Keep it close. Win the game. 5-1. Here we come. My next pick. I think we just got to keep it simple here. Keep it simple, stupid. Bucks -8 against the Steelers. They just got killed by the Bills. I do know that Mike Tomlin is fantastic against the spread as an underdog, especially I think as a home dog. I'm pretty sure he's like lights out. But this is Todd Bowles and Tom Brady versus Kenny Pickett. That's what this is about. I mean, when you put it like that, a 5-year-old can understand. Okay, maybe you lay the point here with. It's at 8, maybe 8.5, depending where you're looking, but I think they could win this game easily by double digits. Give me the Bucks -8. Last pick here. Tyler knows where I'm going with this one. Kansas City +2.5, and on the money line, and on the over, and on Kansas City's team total over. However way you can bet Kansas City this weekend, I want a part of that. I mean, look, I know the Bills, they're great. Josh Allen's great. My eyes have only seen one time Josh Allen beat Patrick Mahomes. I believe my own eyes have seen Patrick Mahomes beat Josh Allen about 3 times. And I'm getting Patrick Mahomes as a home underdog. Picano, I know you're not that great at math, but does this make any sense to you?
Not at all. I failed geometry like 9 times.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, I like the Chiefs here. Not much more to be said. Bills are a great team, so are the Chiefs. Why wouldn't I take the home dog? So I'm going to do that. And those are I think whoever wins this game, their quarterback is the MVP of the league, no matter what happens for the next 13 weeks after it. I really don't think it matters. Whoever wins this game is probably the MVP. And I want it to be Patrick Mahomes.
Nice.
Let's go Chiefs, Giants, Bucks, Commies, Packers.
I'm going to round out the picks for the week. A lot of them were said. Tyler touched on it, the Falcons and the Bengals. I actually really like the Bengals this week just because I feel like this is the game that's going to bring them back to where I want them to be. Not where they need to be, but where I want them to be. The Falcons, that stat speaks for itself that Tyler said. They just cover, so that's fine. The Jaguars this week are going to Indianapolis. And to my estimation and to my Ian Rappaport knowledge, Jonathan Taylor is leading towards being out again. So I like that defense to beat Matt Ryan and Philip Lindsay. If that's the backfield you're going to show versus that defense, that the Jaguars defense is very underrated. So I do like that to happen. So I really like the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to be hungry. Bad loss last week. Actually, back-to-back bad losses. So Jaguars all the way. Finally, let's go to my Cowboys. Unbiased. They're going to win this week. Sunday Night Football. Now, here are the facts. Here we go. The Eagles have not played any ranked opponent. They have not played a single good opponent since on this start. They're 5-0. They haven't played one good opponent. Statistically, the best opponent that they played was the Jaguars.
Good team.
Good team.
Who lost
Not
to
great
the Texans.
team. Who lost to the Texans last week. That is my step one. My step two. My choice 1. 2. Reason number 2. Cowboys defense is the best defense in the league. Unbiasedly, best defense in the league. This is the best run defense that the Eagles will see. And the Eagles like to run the ball with Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders has been consistently pretty good. Jalen Hurts likes to run the ball. Micah Parsons likes to put quarterbacks on the floor like Jalen Hurts.
But how's he gonna get him on the rush if Hurts is already gone?
No.
I don't think
that's
he
not
thought
gonna happen.
far into it.
He's not gonna.
No. He's gonna sack him while he's 10 yards down.
The only thing I'm nervous about is the Devontae Smith and AJ Brown matchup on Trayvon Diggs. One of them is gonna get Trayvon, and that's where I'm gonna be nervous. That's where I'm gonna be really nervous. I think the offense can hold their own because I really don't think the Eagles' defense is great. I don't think it's that great. I think Tony Pollard and Zeke can kind of put up decent rushing yards. I hope CeeDee Lamb shows up. And I've really came down to the fact that Cooper Rush is system quarterback. System quarterback plus a great defense equals success. That's my math equation. I think the Cowboys win. And I'm going to give it a 24-21 win. That is the final score I'm going to give. And I like that a lot. Also, update on Dak Prescott. He will be dressing this weekend.
He's not playing, though.
He's not playing. He will be dressing. I think that they're going to be considering him the third string. This is what the report came out today.
Is that one of those emergency? That's like the emergency situation.
He's the emergency situation. If Cooper and Will Greer get hurt, it will be him.
Team.
But yeah, I update on Dak is this. Can't grip the ball very well. Reports said that he can't really throw very well with the new surgery. So my logic is, Jerry, happy birthday, Jerry, by the way. Why the fuck is he dressing? Why are we putting him out there? Why are we putting that on the sideline? Doesn't make sense. But all in all, Cowboys win. Micah probably has like 3 sacks. Guaranteed.
You had some great alleged stats in there. First of all, I looked it up. Jonathan Taylor did practice today and is trending towards playing. So
That's
I don't know.
Great trade, great trade, Scott. Great trade.
I don't know what
Guy
rap sheet
Michael
told you.
Thomas still isn't playing. He's still not playing, Michael Thomas.
Great trade. And also,
Fucking moron.
you say the Jaguars are the best team the Eagles have played. I forgot that the Vikings and the Cardinals are just, garbage fucking bottom 5 teams in the league.
They do. They suck. The
They
Vikings
just don't.
suck.
They don't. The Vikings are a very good team.
I would consider the best team they played so far is the Jaguars.
It's false. Fake.
That's
news.
just not false. That is just statistically
False.
correct.
Cardinals are better than the Jaguars. The Vikings are better than the
Cardinals
Jaguars.
suck. The Cardinals
are
are
elite. They are elite.
Oh, I like the Cardinals this week too, -2, whoever they're playing.
I like the
Seattle,
opposite.
yeah, give me the Cardinals. Give me
I
the
like the
Cardinals.
opposite.
season.
I like the opposite team because Kyler Murray doesn't know how to read a playbook. He likes to play COD all day.
We're also in Philly for this game too, so all them Philly Johns going to be out there,
Yeah.
riling up
people.
the boys.
It's also Sunday Night Football too.
True.
Cowboys are elite on Sunday Night Football.
I did want to throw out. I want you guys' opinion on this. I did throw in a Prize Picks entry for the Thursday Night Football game. I have Fields over 65.5 passing yards. Montgomery 2 or more receptions.
Did you say
Diane Brown
65 passing yards?
165.5.
Oh.
Sorry, 165.5 passing yards. That's still nothing.
I thought 65. I was going to say, goddamn.
Yeah, no, 65 would be
Second to run the ball.
insane, but no, the Fields 165.5. Montgomery 2 or more receptions. Diane Brown over 16.5 yards. J.D. McKissick over 19.5 yards.
McKissick.
Maybe.
McKissick is elite.
Maybe.
Brian
What do I
Robinson doesn't catch the ball. He's the starter this week, so they're going to be tossing him the dump offs.
All right, boys. I think that is
That was a good one.
That was a
that's
good one.
pod.
It just about wraps us up here.
It does.
Yeah,
Connor, we see you now.
Thank God,
you keep
because-
cutting in and out.
Thank God, because my laptop is at 2%
Oh, all
and my
right.
charger's downstairs.
Connor, you're riled up from this this Cowboys talk. You want to outro us?
Yeah.
Hey, boys and ladies. Great pod. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you guys ride us. Hope you guys fade us.
Whoa,
But
whoa.
all in
You
all-
hope they ride you?
Oh, whoa! After saying ladies, Pecano, what the hell?
Settle down there,
Relax.
Pagano.
Get your head out of the gutter, Lewis. But
You
all in
can
all,
shove your fucking cheese up your ass.
I hope you guys got a great listen. Hope you guys ride us, and hope we gave you some good picks. Later.
Yeah.